Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And the reason I'm coming on here first before the video is to apologize for the quality of the upcoming video. I had some problems with my viewfinder and it looks like I'm staring at the wall and talking to the wall. I promise you, I was looking right smack dab in the middle of the camera, just like I always do when I record. But for some reason, the viewfinder wasn't picking me up and it looks like I'm talking to the wall. So I apologize for the quality of this video in advance. Just want to let you know. So on to the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back to visit me. And for my loyal subscribers, thank you very much for supporting my channel. For those of you who are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. Today I'm going to give you another part of my Frugal Friends Living on Social Security video. Now these are some tips and things that I have done, that I do, that I still do, that work for me, that help me to economize my Social Security check so that it can stretch and go farther. And I want to share them with you, those of you who are struggling to live on Social Security. Some of these have been around for a long time. I've seen other YouTubers share them, but you may not know of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do my best to tell you about those. Okay, the first one, I have a little note. I know this one applied to a lot of you because you use, my dog is sitting there looking at me, bothering me. That's why I'm looking over there. You use liquid hand soap. But this is for the ones of you who still do buy the bar soaps. When you use them down to the point where they're little tiny chips, I don't know, maybe a lot of you throw them away, but I would suggest that you keep them. And if you do have a pump with liquid soap, you can break those into little pieces and put them in there and add water and they still work. Or something that I like to do is save till I have a bunch of the little chips, take a washcloth, fold it in half, stitch around the outside, and make a scrubby washcloth that has soap inside of it. That way you get every little last bit of that soap and you're not throwing anything in the trash. And the second one is to reuse and recycle as many things as you can possible. Includes junk mail that you get. Some people get junk mail and it goes right in the trash. I love to get junk mail. I do read it and sometimes I throw it in the trash. But if you have envelopes, tear those envelopes open. See, there's a lot of white paper there. You can use this to write down your grocery list or just to make notes about things that you want to remember. And that will save you money of not having to go and buy tablets if you just reuse your junk mail envelopes. And the third thing is, the next thing, I'll just say next because I don't have them numbered. I'll forget where I'm at. Buy large milk containers when they are on sale. And since it's just maybe you and your spouse, you know, living at home, you don't have anybody else there, separate it and freeze it. And the way I do mine, I use the Ziploc baggies like I showed you about. And I pour, you know, just enough in there for me for a bowl of cereal, or maybe what I think might be a cup that I would use in a recipe. I just pour a small amount in there and freeze them. And then I also use these plastic containers like this to put it in. This is an empty peanut butter container. And this is a container that I got from the Dollar Tree. They had those little round oyster-like crackers in it, ranch crackers. And after I eat the crackers out of there, I wash it and save it and I use it. I also use this to store nails and screws and bolts and pieces of string and stuff that I am keeping for whatever purpose. So that will work for the freezing of the milk. And it's a good idea to economize on your utility bill by replacing all the bulbs in your house with the LED bulb of 8 or 9 watts. Now, I learned this from another YouTuber that went into great detail explaining about it. I don't even know now if you can even still find the incandescent light bulbs. You know, they switched to them. I do recommend not buying the ones from the Dollar Tree. They do sell them there. And I did used to buy them, but they don't last as long. The ones that I got right here, I found these at Walmart. And I'll show you this, but I doubt if it's going to show up. Down here it says replaces 60 watts, uses 8 watts. You want your bulbs to be between 8 and 9 watts. I'm going to try to put that up there. Look right by my finger. I don't know if you'll be able to even see that. Where it says up there about the wattage and stuff. It's kind of blurry. It's not going to straighten out, is it? Well, anyway, it does say that on there. When you're shopping, look at the package, pick it up and see the wattage. On the back, they do give you a little comparison chart right there that shows you the halogen bulbs save you 28%. They last 1 to 2 years. The CFL bulbs save you 77%. They last 7 to 9 years. And the LED bulbs, these right here, save you 87%, and they will last 10 to 22 years. So I'm in the process right now. I can't do it all at once because I cannot afford it. But I'm going through and buying like maybe 2 bulbs a month and replacing all the light fixtures in my house with the LED bulbs. Turn off the lights as soon as you leave a room. You know, if you're planning on going back in there, I would even recommend still turning it off then, because you can always flip the switch and come back in there. But if you'll turn your lights off in rooms that you're not in, that will save on your utility bill. Unplug what you can. And of course, you don't want to unplug something that has a possibility of damage. You want to leave your ice box plugged up, deep freezes, things like that. But you can unplug your washers and dryers. You can unplug your TV sets, your DVDs, toasters, microwaves, can openers, air fryers, any of those things like that. If you leave them plugged up, you can unplug them and plug them back in when you get ready to use them. The way I do mine, I have a TV in my bedroom and one in my living room. And I have the DVR player hooked up along with the TV to one of those power strips. And when I'm not in there watching it, I just turn the power strip off. Now, they're still both plugged in. This also saves you just to have one plug, because you can plug the power strip into one plug. And both your units are plugged in there. Then when you want to watch your TV, you just flip that switch back on the power strip, and that will save you energy too. When you do your laundry, wash on a cold cycle and try to use a full load if at all possible. I generally wash twice a week, and I wouldn't even do that if it wasn't for the fact that I work and I have to have clothes to work in. So I most of the time don't get a full load. I have to wash, I only have one outfit that I can wear to work because we have to have a uniform. So mine is actually probably 1/4 full. But whenever I have like bed sheets and blankets or anything that I will save those until I can get a full load. And I wash on cold water all the time. In your bathroom, to your body wash, your shampoo, conditioners, add a little bit of water to it and shake it up. It will stretch that a little bit farther. Now, there is one problem with it that I've found, and I don't like this part of it. I do it, but I may end up stop doing it. You could put warm water in the shampoo and the conditioner when you fill it up at the time, and shake it up. You have to shake it up every time before you get ready to use it. But I found that once it sits, like the next day when I go in there to take a shower, the water has turned cold. And when you put it on your head, there's a little bit of a shock value. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like that. So I may end up not even doing that myself. You can also add water to your laundry detergent to help it stretch. I know these seem extreme. A lot of people are probably saying, well, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Your clothes won't get clean. They probably don't get as clean as normal, but they will come clean. And a lot of that depends on the type of washer you use. I have a high energy efficient washer, so watering down my laundry detergent doesn't make a big deal. I also make my own laundry detergent, and I may show you that in another video. When you're using your laundry detergent, now this is something I learned from another YouTuber that I did not know about, and it's been very helpful to me. These little caps that come on the liquid detergent, they have lines on them. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see if I can find one that's got numbers that you can see. Can you see those numbers on there? This one has numbers going from 1, 2, 3. I think it goes to 4. That's for the loads. If your load is very small, 1. If it's medium, 2. High, 3. And extremely large, 4. If you will measure your liquid detergent out to these lines when you do your clothes, that will help you save on how much laundry detergent you go through. This was a tip that I didn't know about, but I learned by watching a YouTuber that has a lot of very good suggestions on saving money in your home. So I do that. It doesn't matter what brand washing detergent it is, they all have it. I know because I've got Tide and Ajax and the stuff from the Dollar Tree. And I didn't know that at the time till she said that. And I looked in there. Yeah, if you look inside there, they all do have a line. Some of them are harder to see, but you can find a line in there that you can measure to save on washing. Freeze what you can. Bread, leftovers, if you make a casserole, section it out, freeze it. Any meat that you get, which that's going to be one of my other suggestions. Anything that's freezable that you can freeze, I suggest doing it. Cookies, crackers, if you open up a can of chili and you don't eat all of it and you don't think you're going to eat the rest of it within a couple of days, put it in the freezer. Take a dry erase marker, write the date on the top so you'll know how long it's been in there, and then you can always throw it in the microwave. As much as possible. I realize coupons are hard to find and they're not as good as they used to be. Before, when they started with coupons, there was no limit set on how many coupons you could have or how much the price could be. Now, a lot of the stores, I notice when I go to them, they limit the coupons to like only 55 cents. They won't double them. They'll double the coupons, but not only past 55 cents. So if you can find a coupon for a product that you use on a regular basis, I recommend using the coupons. And let's see. Buy family packs of meat and separate them. If you buy the family packs, they're cheaper. And when you bring them home, section them out into, once again, the Ziploc baggies. And put in there how many you think you can consume in a meal. And freeze them. When you buy bagged produce, this is something I do. And y'all are probably going to say, that lady's crazy for doing that. But I had to stretch my dollars. When you buy like a produce, like a bag of potatoes or bagged up oranges or apples or onions or anything that's already in a bag, that's one price. First of all, count how many's in the bag. Sometimes they have more in a bag. And another thing you can do, if all of them's got the same amount in there, like if all of them's got 4 in there, pick out 2 or 3 bags and take them over to the produce scale and weigh them. I discovered that they don't all weigh out exactly the same. Now, that may seem like a very insignificant thing, but if you're trying to stretch your dollars, if you can get 2 or 3 ounces more for the same price, it's a good deal. This video is running. Save margarine wrappers. When you use a stick of margarine, fold it up and put it in one of the Ziploc baggies again. I use these a lot. Put it in the Ziploc baggie, put it in your freezer, and when you get ready to make cookies or hamburger patties in the oven or whatever, you can take that butter wrapper and grease your pan. Saves you money, and you're not throwing away stuff that you could use. And this last one here, this is not really a tip that'll save you money, but it can save you a little bit of space. I know when a lot of people retire and go on Social Security, sometimes they downsize and they move into smaller housing, maybe a housing project or just a small apartment or something, and you don't have a lot of room to store things. What I do, my bathroom is super, super small. I mean, it's like the size of a closet. I have like maybe that much space between the toilet and the sink. And then the shower's right over here. And there is a toilet paper roll holder in there, but it's like back here behind me where it's very hard to get to. And I have put a shelf in there that kind of covers it up because I had no place to put my towels and stuff. So that covers it up. Well, there wasn't any other place to put one of those stands, that you can stick the toilet paper on. I didn't even have room for that because underneath the sink, I have a pedestal sink. On this side of the pedestal sink, there is a little spot between that and the shower, but if you put toilet paper there, water comes out of the shower and gets on it and gets it wet, so you can't put it there. So I ended up putting my trash can in another little shelf. But I'm going to show you something that I do. If you'll take your toilet paper like this, squeeze it. Some of y'all already know what I'm fixing to do. Squeeze it till till you break this core loose. And it may take you a little, you may have to slide your hand around in there a little bit to get it. Pull the core out. And then if you'll get in here and find the end of the toilet paper, when you go in there to use your toilet paper, you can set this on a sink or the floor or a cabinet and pull it up like that. And I feel like it saves space because when you're putting it like this, if you don't have a holder and it's just sitting and you pull it, it rolls. And it rolls off in the floor and it rolls here and it rolls there. When you put it like this, that toilet paper roll is going to sit right wherever and you can pull it out. Now, the only drawback to it is when you tear off your piece, you do have to unwind it, you know, to use it because it is curly. But that's what I have to do in my bathroom because I don't have space to put any other thing to hold the toilet paper. And now I realize this video is 15 minutes. So I may go in there and try to edit some of it out. I'm sorry. I just had a lot of stuff I wanted to share with you. I hope you didn't get too bored. Thank you very much for coming back to visit me again. I hope some of these tips will help you out a little bit. If you liked the video at all, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to ask me any more questions down below about something that I talked about, please leave me a comment. If you're new and you think you might be interested in learning more frugal friends on Social Security, hit the subscribe button and tap on that notification bell so that you'll know every time I upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next video. And thanks, and y'all just come on back any old time. Bye.